All right, my favorite Turkish leftist, Hasan Piker, who has blocked me, unfortunately, after I ratioed him into oblivion. You know, that's something I wear with a badge of honor because this niche Korean influencer, this micro influencer who is very small in terms of, you know, people always make fun of my height, which is, I don't know why people make fun of my height. I'm 5'9", it's like an average height, whatever. But yeah, my audience size is like really small compared to Hasan, but I ratioed him into oblivion, so he blocked me because he's insecure. Still want him to unblock me. Hasan Piker, if you're listening, if you're watching, unblock me. I'm gonna tag you on X. Unblock me. Anyways, it's funny. You reap what you sow. The Kangmin Lee hate curse comes for all, okay? Because here's this story. Cenk Uygur and Hasan Piker have been banned from entering the UK. It's like funny because it's like I think one of my team members said this. He called Cenk Uygur a chunk yogurt. So we got chunk yogurt and Hasan Piker. They are barred from going into the UK, and so we don't know the official reason yet, but they were supposed to address events at the SXSW London before their ETAs were canceled. So they were not allowed to enter the country and their visas were revoked. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious. So right here, let's see. This is what they say. Cenk Uygur, this is from The Guardian. Cenk Uygur, the host of the Young Turks online political talk show, and Hasan Piker, who runs his own hours-long stream each day, has been banned from entering the UK by the British Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood. All right, here. Hey, can we just revel in this irony, okay? These Muslims, these Browns, were prevented from coming into the UK by another Brown. Yo, producer E's over there having a freaking the time of his life right now. All right, this is so funny. It's like the one time the UK bars like Muslims and Browns from entering the country is by another Brown. Anyways, they were supposed to address events at SXSW London, a creatives-led festival. Uygur was also planning to speak at the Oxford Union on Friday. The move has sparked a political row and concerns that Keir Starmer's government is censoring public debate. Okay, we all know who they are. They're annoying. I think Chunk Yogurt is a little more tolerable than Hasan Piker. I think Hasan Piker is actually evil. I think Chunk Yogurt's just stupid. But let's see. How are they banned? The Home Office has confirmed that the electronic travel authorization of both men has been canceled because their presence in the UK may not be conducive to the public good. Any foreign national wanting to visit the UK needs permission to do so, either in the form of a visa or an ETA. Both can be refused for several reasons. The rules include wide discretionary powers for the Home Secretary to exclude individuals from the UK on the basis that their presence is not conducive to the public good because of their conduct, character, associations, or other reasons. And there's no official on the record statement as of yet, but it is understood that both men have been blocked because of concerns that they could exacerbate anti-Semitism. It came after Labour MP David Taylor and Christian Fisher, survivor of the 7/7 bombings, as well as other MPs and campaigners, last week called for Piker's visa to be blocked. All right, so... Oh, I didn't even know that Piker has described Orthodox Jews as inbreds. He also claimed that allegations of sexual assault after the October 7th attacks were rape fantasies and rape hallucinations. Claimed that Hamas is 1,000 times better than Israel and vote for Hamas over Israel every time. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. People always like, oh, like you're a shill for Israel, or they tell me, oh, you're a shill for anti-Semites, and I'm like, dude, like I don't like both sides. I don't like Hamas, and I don't like the IDF. Like it's okay to not like both. I don't think that I have to choose a side particularly in this scenario. But yeah, it's just funny. Yeah, I just think this is so funny. Do we have Hasan Piker's reaction to this? I think there's a reaction that we have of Hasan Piker when he first tells us that he is barred from entering and his visa is revoked. Let's take a look at this. All right, here we go.
So Yes, I will not be going as it stands currently. I don't believe that I'll be able to go to the United Kingdom this upcoming week.
Look how defeated he sounds.
I don't know who to reach out.
I don't know
for
who to reach out.
this. I was supposed to do something with Giannis Varoufakis, do something with Zach Polanski, do something with Jeremy Corbyn, do something at the Oxford Union. And now the Labour government has revoked our visas. Go to Ireland? Okay, guys, it's not about fucking being in the vicinity of the UK. I was supposed to do shit in the UK.
That's so funny. We can stop it there. It's so funny. So basically, I said this too. It's hilarious seeing leftists demoralized when they get a modicum of the treatment right-wingers have gotten for the past few decades. And this is true, okay? Look how defeated. He's like, I don't know who to reach out to. It's like they're so used to having connections, getting their way. They're so used to having every single political and cultural institution on their side so they can get away with anything, do whatever they want, say whatever they want. And now, finally, they have some semblance of consequences for their own actions. Some semblance. And this is something right-wingers have been suffering and dealing with for years, arguably decades, barred from entry, deplatformed, deplaned, debanked, thrown into prison. And the leftists cheered it. And so all these free speech people on the right who are saying, actually, this isn't a good thing. Like, I don't like them, but it's not good that they are barred entry. First of all, any sovereign country has a right to bar entry for any person for any reason. It might be unjust, sure, but if we believe in sovereignty and we believe in borders, we believe that, yeah, like countries have the right to bar foreigners' entry. Like, what do you think? Like, and it's funny because the Labour government is left-wing in Britain, and they're the ones prohibiting Hasan Piker and Cenk Yogurt from coming in. Now, there's that. But secondly, it's like, dude, why are you trying to defend these people? This is what conservatives lose. They constantly say, oh, man, I don't agree with what you say, but I will defend your right to say it. I will die defending your right to say it. I won't. I'm not. What are you talking about? Why would I defend the rights of people who hate my God to say how much they hate my God? Why would I defend the right of someone, the quote-unquote right, which doesn't actually exist, by the way. Rights don't actually exist. There's only duties and obligations and preferences. Like, rights are conceived. Like, they're not actually inherent. And that might be controversial, but again, like, if you don't have a society that's moral and just and religious, then they're not going to understand the proper understanding of rights anyway. So all that being said, yeah, like, why would I defend my enemies blaspheming my Lord? Why would I defend my enemies funding, donating, and advocating for mutilating children, chopping up babies in the womb, selling their body parts? Why would I advocate for or defend drag queens in Story Hour? Why would I defend pride parades? Why would I defend any of that? You know, all this stuff used to be illegal in American history. People always say that America was always the land of the free. It was. But when it was arguably more free than it is today, there were harsher laws against pornography, against blasphemy, obscenity. We had obscenity, blasphemy laws everywhere. You couldn't blaspheme the Lord without you getting jailed, okay? Like, that's the kind of society we lived in America, which is the land of the free, the home of the brave, the one that stands as a beacon of freedom for the whole world. It is the leader of the free world. That's what we started off with. This is how America started with. And I know that like just because America had it in the past doesn't make it good in the future inherently. That's not a positive argument. But what I'm trying to say is that if you're trying to appeal to America's founding values as the goal and as the standard to strive for in American politics, then you have to be real about what America was truly founded on. Freedom properly understood through a Christian lens. Liberty is not the freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. Freedom freedom and liberty is you being free of your vices, not being a slave to your sin and your flesh, but free to pursue that which is good and true and beautiful. That's why we always talk about goodness, truth, and beauty on this program. Because what is good, what is true, and what is beautiful, that is what we should strive for. And insofar as freedom serves those purposes, it's good. Insofar as it's detrimental to those purposes, then it's not freedom. It's actually slavery to vice and disgusting degeneracy. So yeah, like there's no reason why you should defend these people. No reason. Now, it might be bothersome that there are countries who are barring entry because of anti-Semitism. So yeah, like, yeah, that might be problematic, sure, because it's like, why is it not all the other things they said or all the other things they've advocated for, but it's the anti-Semitism? I think that is problematic, but at the same time, it's like, hey man, I'm not gonna like go and stand side by side by this guy. Okay, he blocked me. I don't really care about the block, but it's like, you block me, you're gonna face the wrath. You're gonna face the wrath. God loves me. All right. All right. So that's our update from Cenk Uygur, and I think that's really to wrap that thought up is. This is all we have to do. Look, you watched how demoralized Hasan Piker was. They were so used to getting away with everything. Once they get a sliver, a slight glimpse, a slight taste of what right-wingers have endured for so many years, that they complain about, oh yeah, right-wingers, oh, you guys have a persecution complex. Oh, you're not actually oppressed. And then they finally feel it. After they cheered it on for years, yeah, you had it coming. And I don't care. And so, but it shows us that this is all we have to do. You just have to enforce the law and give them consequences and punishments for their crazy behavior and terrible behavior, and then they'll shut up and they'll stop. But the more that you allow them to get away with whatever they want to do, yeah, the more emboldened they'll be and the more crazy our society will get. So that's Hasan Piker. Hasan Piker, Cenk Uygur, wishing you all the best. But also, I am not going to defend you because, who cares?